I'm Allie Alsup, and I'm welcoming you to the Sabre Yachts facility here in Raymond, Maine. Let's go. So we start here in the fiberglass department. This is where the hulls are first concepted. I'm looking back here and I see a hull that was just painted in gel coat and laid the first layer of fiberglass. The guys come in and lay the dry sheets of fiberglass and then infuse them with our special technology where we vacuum seal the hulls in place and then infuse with resin. And then they pop the hulls out of the mold and then you have a hull. Behind me is the hull of the Sabre 45. Here we have the hull of the Sabre 43. Now this is a great example of our vacuum sealed infusion process. They've got this all bagged up, sealed shut, and they're about ready to infuse it with resin and before they let it cure and pop the piece out, and it heads over to gel repair. So all of these pieces that you're seeing right now have already been infused, set, popped from their mold, and they're in gel repair, where the team picks out any imperfections and they will sand it down, buff it out, and make it perfect so it reaches our standard of elegance and craftsmanship. So once the pieces are ready to go from gel repair, the holes will go into engine alignment and the deck pieces will go into the deck department. So let's go there. So here the boat's in alignment phase where the engines get craned and lowered in and installed, and all the bulkheads get installed, the walls, a lot of the furniture and cabinetry gets put in here. So while the hull of the boat gets outfitted with its Volvo Penta engines here, its deck is getting outfitted with wiring, framed for windows in the deck department. So over here in the deck department, we can see multiple components. We've got the hard top here, the pilot house over here, and a few pieces that have already been mounted. In this department, they do all the wiring, they install the windows and the doors, and get everything that needs to get put into these pieces before it gets mounted onto the hull in the next phase. We're now arriving at our hull phase, where the hull of the boat is worked on before the deck gets mounted. So here, the mechanics and the electricians work on wiring and continue to work on the engines here. A lot of the plumbing gets installed, the HVAC systems gets installed. They continue to work in the cabinetry towards the bow of the boat. So here, everything that gets installed needs to get installed before the deck goes onto the hull. So as soon as the deck goes onto the hull, it enters into final stage. So Sabre's final stage is not actually the boat's last stage of production. It's where most of the finished work gets done in the cabins and in the salon and in the heads before it gets put into completion stage. And that's the final stage of production. So we've finally reached completion stage, the last stage of production before the boat gets shipped to its owners. This is the stage where all the final touches get put on the boat. The varnishing, where we network the boat with the Sabre Connect network system, and we program Volvo Penta's multifunction displays. This is where the cushions gets installed before the boat finally gets shipped to its customers. Thanks for visiting the Sabre Yachts facility here in Raymond, Maine, where our boats are crafted in the Maine tradition.